Welcome everybody to the channel, Ernie Racing. I am your host, Marcel, and this is Freddie, and we're checking out the FastGun's new Apex FastGun model, and it is absolutely beautiful. Freddie is taking a liking to them. Just look at the beautiful stainless steel. It's a work of art. It's super nice looking, well built, it's heavy, strong, and these things can hold down your camper no problem. And of course, then just the ends that you screw in, you can also cut them to length if you want to run a shorter setup, because you got this whole length of this FastGun, and then essentially you could run them as short as that. You could run less than 2 feet. So you could run it on flatbeds, not just your full-on camper to frame mount style. And so I'm really looking forward to putting these on and taking a look at how they go. But they also have a preset 300 foot-pounds. As you tighten it down, these two pieces will separate with the spring system inside. And then there's a gauge to measure exactly 300 pounds with a line indented into it. So this is Torklift's new FastGun replacement, the new FastGun Apex. So one of the nice features about this is to adjust it to the right length. You don't have to take them off. You just undo the latch, and then look, you can rotate it, which will rotate the threads in the base. And when you lock it down, when the latch locks down, you can see it locks that from spinning. So it can't spin anymore. So just well done, Torklift. This is the best tie downs, turnbuckles you're going to find on the market, and you'll see why everyone has the old FastGuns, the original, and now you're going to start to see a lot of Apexes on the market. So now we're in front of my Chevy Duramax with the Northern Light 10.2, and here's the turnbuckles I've been using for 5 years or so. But they broke, and I'm going to show you how they work. Essentially, same idea. They come off and unhook from the Torklift mounts, the frame mounts, and they've served me well through the time. But you can see the design is that the locking mechanism's on the top and the spring mechanism is on the bottom. So you can't just use them on like a flatbed and make them short, right? There's no you can't cut them and make them shorter. You got to order them to size. And of course, we'll talk about the spring load. How much do you tighten them? Now, what happened is we hit a speed bump on the ones on the back, and they both broke. Look what happened here. If the doctor here zooms in, this is the mechanism, right? This is supposed to be 300 pounds, right, to pull that out a bit. So they broke, and so I reached out to Torklift and they told me about their brand new system called FastGun Apex. And you could just look at the quality difference. I mean, Jesus, look at this thing. Look at that nicely milled CNC machine, all stainless steel, and even the thread is stainless steel, but just a beautiful piece of work here. And if we just kind of look at it, here's the mechanism. It loosens up so you can hook on and tighten it up. So open this up, and then it allows it to spin. See the mechanism? So that way you can actually, when it's on, you can't just spin the whole thing to change how tight it is on the threads. So this one, you can manually spin it to get the right tension, and then lock it down, and then it's going to tell you here, there's a line that shows you 300 foot-pounds. So again, stainless steel, and I'm actually going to cut mine to be a little shorter for the length, and so that's in the instructions about use a hacksaw or a cutoff wheel, and they give you a nut here, so you put it on first to measure, and then when you wing it off, you clean the threads up before you kind of use a grinder. And the way I did it is I just started in the bottom, put it inside, and just kind of measure it like this, and okay, get full tightness when this thing's buckled, and then I moved it up to around there, and so I know how long where I want to cut it. So essentially, I want 4 inches inside here, anywhere from 2 to 4 inches. Essentially, it can do 5 inches max. You don't hear girls say that too often, but 5 inches is what fits in max, and so I'm gonna cut this off. So let me show you in the mid-process on the back one here. Same idea. And I'm not gonna use these chains because I don't need to, because I don't need the links. So again, I measured the full length of it, and you can see this one's a lot shorter. So, I mean, with that's a good like 8 inches right there. The quality, you know, is so nice, so nice. Obviously, I'm gonna want to get some locks to fit through here, because you got all these fentanyl people in Canada, high on everything. They'll try to steal everything off your camper. And anyway, so that's how I'm gonna measure to cut. And next shot I show you guys will be in the shop. Oh yeah. The front, and I'm taking off 2 inches, and so then I got 3 inches. That, as the manual says, not 4, it recommends 3 inches of insertion. Okay, 3 inches of insertion. Oh, nice and smooth, nice and smooth. There you go. Threads are perfect. Make sure your threads are good before you put it on. That's why you do that. Nice and smooth. Counterclockwise. See, it's nice that you can just rotate this. Set the tension. How to do it. And there's the mark. Okay, just a little looser. Oh, just a little over 300 pounds. Boom. Oh yeah, and then line it up perfectly. So then, yeah. So then now it doesn't spin. There you go. Simple as that. That's awesome. That's how it goes. I'm actually going to put this one on backwards because I think it's just going to look so sweet to see this beautiful billet stainless. So anyways, hooking the bottom in this way so I don't ever catch myself on it. In the bottom, and then hooking the top, and then essentially clockwise to make it tighter. A little bit of gap, just kind of until I find the tension. And that's it. Opened the second package. You know, they come in sets of 2. And obviously I've already cut. The first one was at 5, second one was at 5. The first one I cut at 2. Easy way to do it. I just took a black felt marker, but paint markers are good. I just kind of locked the nut against the edge of the vise. So, and then I'll just cut right at the edge. Just slice it right there. I'll start with the hacksaw to make sure I don't miss it. Just line it up. And then get your mark in there, and then I'm going to grab my die grinder. Can't find the key, or it doesn't want to work. Look how loose it is because it just stretched straight out. It broke it on a big speed bump. We went to the Baja and such, and then I take this guy off. Yeah, right here. It pulled itself out. It just pulled itself out. Here's the new one. And I'm gonna go like that. Alright, tighten her down a bit. Everything close. Trying to get the right amount of foot-pounds. Oh, almost a couple more teeth. Another couple teeth. That should be on the mark. 300 pounds. Just to check it. 2 more teeth. There's the mark. Perfect. Done. Installed. There's 300 foot-pounds. 300 pounds, I mean, of force.